Improvement, but overall very good performance. Lots of encouraging signs. Clean sheet, 2 goals. Yeah, I think everyone was very happy with today's work, and we move onwards and upwards. It was a must-win game today. Really felt anything less than 3 points would have been a bitterly disappointing result, and on we move to Spurs on Thursday.
Yep, looking forward to that. Jason is going to join Joe and the gang for the rest of Matchday Live. But from he and myself, Matt Davis, Adams, thanks for your company this afternoon. Final score at Stamford Bridge: Chelsea 2, Burnley 0.
Welcome back to Matchday Live. Thomas Tuchel gets his first Chelsea victory. 2-0 winners against Burnley at the Bridge. A captain's goal from Cesar Azpilicueta in the first half before an emphatic finish from Marcos Alonso puts the gloss on a good Chelsea performance. Boys, buzzing with this. Zach, now we've just had this little chat. We've just had this little chat off air, but we had to save it because you've got a little demonstration. Thiago Silva was immense today. Absolutely superb. I'm digging you out. Why not? I was impressed by it. Dan's loving it. Dan's buzzing off it. So just explain to us, because I think it's an amazing point you pointed out. Again, until you've said it, I don't think many people actually clock it.
So obviously a fantastic game by the whole of Chelsea defence. Thiago Silva was brilliant. But one of the things Thiago Silva is so good at is one-on-one defending. One of the things at the moment recently in defending is the player will rather you come at them and the defender will jog backwards. But Thiago Silva gives up on that. He will just go straight to like that. It's like it's dangerous to an extent because
stands and hangs the leg out.
Exactly. And he absolutely crunches them, gets the ball every single time. Brilliant. But I've not seen a defender do that in a long time. It's something that normally if I tried, the ball's past me and it's 10 yards and they've scored. Tried it before in Sunday League. There's literally video footage of it. It's not good. But Thiago Silva, he just shows the class of him to be able to do that. And you often don't see defenders do it. They'd rather drop off and wait till they've got a bit of cover behind them to then go make the tackle. He'll just go for it. And every time so far, he wins the ball.
I mean, two things there. One is a great point to carry on talking about with Jason. Secondly, you've just confirmed yourself for Strictly Come Dancing next year. Absolute stonewall for a booking, mate. I enjoyed the little step in. But Jay, it's exactly what you were saying before the game as well about Thiago Silva. When he's got two players around him, he can make that step in, can't he? Because he's got the cover behind. But he reads the game so well, he's not that worried about you sort of doing the other side of it. He just reads the game so well and plays the game so purely.
Yeah, and he's very comfortable in the way that he does that. He's incredibly experienced. The little backheader as well towards the end of the game there, just making sure he takes the sting out of the game. Didn't have a lot to do, really. I mean, I've just seen the stats. Burnley didn't have a shot on target. And I think
that was shot till the 90th.
Until the Tarkowski header. Yeah. I think that was probably their only effort on goal. I don't really know what Burnley came here for today. Really, they offered nothing going forward. I think they just want to try and keep the goals as down as little as possible. I mean, we can't, this can't odds that. There's nothing we can do about that. I thought largely there's room for improvement from us, definitely, but overall, I'm pleased with what I've seen. I'm pleased because it's tough. When teams have a bank of four and a bank of four, and there's two lads up top that are trying to stop the ball going through the middle of the park, it's tough if teams come in not to play. They've not given us any opportunities to get in beyond them. But I was pleased and good performance. I thought Cover played well today. I thought him and Jorginho's the best game I've seen them play. I'm not a big fan of the pair together, but I thought they played really well today. Mason was excellent. Callum was really, really good. I mean, look, all round some really good performances. But we know it's going to be very different on Thursday.
Dan, let's have a little chat about him then, because he's rightly so getting a lot of plaudits on social media because, I mean, the finish alone, but in general, to come back into the side after, such a long period without playing football, I thought Marcos Alonso was brilliant today.
Yeah, and it shows that he must have been very professional throughout this period where he's been out, because he was able to come in and be fit and do 90 minutes, and albeit Burnley weren't very, ambitious, but he still had to get up and down that line. Did he say he covered the most ground in the first half? It's no accident. He's fit. He was ready, So he's obviously a very professional player as well. And that finish is a typical Alonso finish. You could have written it before, like Alonso starts.
Didn't someone mention that about the goals? I can't remember what it was. It wasn't me. It was you.
This is what he does. Sorry. He gets goals. He gets goals. It's what he does. And he's got such a sweet left foot that it was going to always happen like that. A ball dropping out of the sky onto Alonso's foot is usually ending in the back of the net. So a brilliant performance from everyone. It was exciting, it was exciting from us. I feel like every Chelsea fan that watched that today would have thought, it feels like a new Chelsea. It feels good. We haven't felt like this for a while.
Zach, as well, with the first half, we spoke about their partnership, and like Jason said, I thought Callum Hudson-Odoi was superb today. Obviously, come off for about 20 minutes to go. Mason Mount as well, come off, I think, 10, 15 to go for Kai Havertz. But those two together, that partnership they have sort of on the right-hand side of midfield, just the link-up play between them. We've seen it a couple of times. I think it was Callum's goal against, was it Rennes or Krasnodar in the Champions League? It was like a 50-yard ball, and Rennes. Callum's right straight away. But that kind of that telepathy that they've got because they've played together for so long, because they know each other's game. I thought both of them were outstanding again today.
It reinforced it. We've known it. We've known it for a while. And today, I think anyone who has been involved in their development at Cobham, at Chelsea, full stop, can pat themselves on the back today, because they were really the epitome of what we were today. Fast, fluid football, willing to go down willing to take on a player, go down the lines. And you know, I feel bad that Callum or Mason didn't get a goal, because it felt like they deserved it. They were two of the best players on the pitch, and again, it showed Chelsea's level, that when we did substitute him for Reece James, we were still absolutely fine. It was brilliant. I'm excited to see that duo continue. I think Mount today just showed how important he is, this Chelsea team. Not only has he got the work rate and the fitness and the level, but just the capability now of being able to make the passes that he wants to do. Although last season there were a few times where, instead of trying the risky pass, it'd be a bit more passive, send it back to the central midfielder or defender. Whereas this time, does not matter. He'll be having this back to the Burnley goal, and he's trying to left-footed or right-footed over the top ball and making it to Callum Hudson-Odoi. He knows where he is. That's a duo that is going to be extremely exciting over the next coming games and weeks, and I'm so excited to see them play.
So Mason became one of only 4 players in the Premier League this season to create more than 50 chances. And bearing in mind he's keeping company with Kevin De Bruyne, Bruno Fernandes and Jack Grealish. Says exactly what he's about. And as well, Jason, in this new system, if you've got a little bit more freedom for Mason, if you're playing with a double six, as Thomas Tuchel has said about, and you've got Mason that's allowed a little bit more freedom, you get that creative side from him more, don't you?
Yeah, we spoke about that before the game, didn't we? That you were playing with 5 attackers and 5 defenders, essentially. That was pretty much how it was going to line up, and that's pretty much what we saw. You know, and also when you're playing against a team with 4 across the middle, there's going to be space in between those two. It's about finding it. I was watching Jack Cork and just watching how he kept on that half turn trying to find Mason, but there's also, not just for Mace, but also a little bit of space in there for Timo in that first half and second half for Pulisic. You know, they're both getting into those areas. So moving forward with this shape, and we can all, you know, only thing we can do is guess as this is what we're going to do moving forward. Those 2 players, whoever's going to play in those 2 in behind that front man, it's going to be crucial. Absolutely crucial. The quicker you get that ball into their feet, the quicker we can get them involved in the game, the quicker we get on the pitch, and the more dangerous we're going to be as a side.
Dan, we saw Christian Pulisic come on at half-time for Tammy Abraham. And again, I think all of us, this is going to be a common theme, I think, for the next couple of weeks at least, when he comes on going, I've no idea where he's going to play. I've absolutely no idea if we're changing the system, if we're changing style. Looked like he went and played almost like as a second number 9 alongside Timo Werner in the same role that Tammy Abraham did. And again, when you've got a player with that much explosive pace or whatever, he stretches the game completely different. So you can utilise him in that position. And Thomas Tuchel probably knows him better than most managers, having managed him and given him his debut at Dortmund all those years ago.
Yeah, so he knows when he gets on, it's the last thing a defender wants to see. You know, someone who's going to get on the ball, brilliant ball control, and he's going to run at you. He's going to commit you. So he did it, create space for himself. It seemed like there was always a spare man for us today. It almost felt like we were playing 11 against 10, especially when the ball would swing over to Reece or to Callum, and you'd see that they actually have 15 yards to themselves. And it's not a coincidence. You know, they would have worked on this in training. Worked on the overload and then a quick switch over. So everything looks like it went to plan today. And now we get to see a big response from the players who didn't play. You know, when Ziyech comes in, I'm sure he's going to be asked to be more dynamic and not so predictable and to be able to get at the fullbacks. So it's exciting times for everyone. Everyone's going to have to up their game.
Also, Zach's little mention, he didn't get his goal today, but I thought his movement was great. I think it was even mentioned, I think you may have mentioned it in commentary, Jason, about Timo Werner's movement and the way that he did quite a lot of running off the ball today. And again, with the amount of crosses that now potentially will be coming in, we saw quite a lot from Callum Hudson-Odoi today, Marcos Alonso likewise as well, but there's going to be service coming into the box, so it won't be long before Timo gets his reward, especially for the amount of effort he put in today.
Yeah, much better. I think he kind of seems to thrive in this two up top formation where he's not having to do all the work by himself with the 2 defenders, especially there, as Jay kind of mentioned before the game, that it allows each defender to kind of have a man. If he beats his man, he's through. He was good, you know. I think with everything that's happening, he didn't let his head drop. He continued to make the same run, continued to try his absolute hardest, and I think he'll be proud of that performance. It's only a matter of time. He got his first goal for Chelsea against Spurs. We got Spurs on Thursday. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Jay, it is a big one. You know, it's one that you kind of you circle in the calendar whenever you play him. At the moment, Chelsea look like they're starting to build a little bit, pick up a little bit of form. Obviously, under a new manager with a little bit of bounce. Spurs they've not looked great recently, but I suppose that's when they're at the most dangerous, because we know that the man in the dugout for Spurs loves it when the odds are kind of stacked against him.
You looked at the three fixtures, Wolves, Burnley and Spurs. You kind of know this is going to be a tough game for all of them, because you've got to go and break them down. They're not going to come. They're not like City or Liverpool where they're going to, or Arsenal where perhaps they're going to come onto you and allow a little bit more space. So I know what we're going to expect. Be interested to see whether it goes with a 4 or 5. Looking forward to seeing what they line up against Brighton today. They don't have Kane. Huge miss, massive miss. Do not underestimate, because everything goes through Kane, everything. So that's going to be a big miss, and I think we can go there. And
sorry, Jay, I've got to dive in. Matt's got Marcos Alonso for us down by the pitch.
Congratulations, we've got to talk about the goal first. Is that the best you've ever scored?
I don't know. I haven't even watched it on TV yet. I'm just delighted for the 3 points. Very happy for the team. We need to get back to the top, and today was a good start with the 3 points.
Even though they didn't offer much in terms of attacking, that second goal felt really important. You could kind of feel everybody relax after that, because it's always a different game at 1-0.
Yeah, it was dangerous to be with 1-0. Even if they didn't create much, we defended very well as well. But we had to kill the game. We did a little bit late, but good 3 points, good clean sheet, and we need to keep working and keep getting the points.
Plenty of adrenaline now for you still, I'm sure, but I'm guessing you're going to be pretty tired tomorrow. 90 minutes for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while, but as I said before, I've been working hard, and I'm just happy that I was ready for today and help the team get the 3 points, and I just need to keep working quiet like I've been doing for this time, and trying to help the team.
What did the manager say to you before the game today? What did he feel that you could offer?
No, he just told us to enjoy, to control the game, and I think we did. Even though we scored the second, just at the end, we had a lot of chances. We've been unlucky, but we definitely deserve the win, and a good one for us and for the fans.
That system that we played today really suits you, doesn't it? It's where you had so much success in the title-winning season. It offers you the chance to show what you do best in the game.
It's good, yeah. I have more freedom to attack. And we are better cover for defending, but it's not about the system. I think if we play well organized, all together, knowing what to do, knowing where to be on the pitch, I think this team has great potential to achieve big things, and we have a long way until the end of the season to show that and to prove we deserve better position on the table than where we are, and we have to fight for it.
Finally, you mentioned the importance of getting the win today, not least to set us up for Thursday. Always a massive game against Spurs. You'll be looking forward to that, no doubt.
Yeah, definitely. Another important one. We need to rest well and be ready for the next one, because it's going to be another tough one.
Well done. Go and watch the goal back again and again and again and again.
At least one. Thank you.
Cheers, Marcos. Thank you.
Jace, it needs to be said as well, like, mentally it's a challenge for players to come back into the side after such a long time out. He's done a great job today, Marcos Alonso. He's got his goal, he's got his reward, and I suppose now the challenge for him will be, and the players that will be looking on from the sideline, is when you get your opportunity, like Marcus has, when it seemed like for a while he wasn't involved at all, take it.
Managerial change offers a new hope for everyone. And look at what we're looking at now. The two fullbacks that we started the season with, that we thought, looking at Reece James and Ben Chilwell, there is a very real chance that those two will probably not get back into this team unless something happens. That's the reality of professional football. When the opportunity comes, take it. Marcos Alonso as a wing-back is brilliant. He's one of the best around. He knows that role. He's born to play that role. Left-back, there's only one choice. It's Ben Chilwell. Reece James now, you'd think an attacking fullback is, I love the way he goes forward. He's wicked crossing him. But no, he wants Callum Hudson-Odoi to be playing there. So things can change very, very quickly. When your chance comes, when opportunity knocks, take it. And I have to say, brilliant from Callum, brilliant from Marcus. Those two boys right here, right now, I've got their name on that team sheet.
That's it as well. And he does, we mentioned it before the game, Zach, but he does love playing Spurs. He loves a goal against Spurs. He's got his own little show reel, to be fair, of worldies that he scored against Spurs. But in terms of a big game like that coming into it, Chelsea now will be on a high. Like Jay was saying just before we heard from Marcos Alonso, Chelsea will be coming into it with a bit of form, a bit of sort of a good run, and then Spurs the absolute opposite. So the challenge is now is to go into a big game and take what we've done today, take what we've done against Wolves, and still progress and still develop. Because like Jay's already mentioned, there's still improvements to be made, but my word, we're on a good trajectory.
Yeah, it's the beginning. I mean, momentum has to start somewhere, and today's a very good point for it. Spurs still have to play Brighton as well today. If touch wood, things go badly for them, that's even worse for them on Thursday. It makes it even more of an important fixture. And yeah, I think the Chelsea team and players can look at that game today and be proud of what they did. There's still improvements. Like we have to be more clinical. That game really should have been 4 4-0 or so. Defensively, very good. However, they didn't really attack, so we still need to be aware that Spurs are going to be better than Burnley, as they were today. Even if they don't have Harry Kane, they still have players like Heung-min Son, Dembele, who's been class. So it's going to be a much tougher game, and the players will need to realise that. But it's a very good building block. It's a very good start, and if we can do that and then beat Spurs, that's how things start. And then before, if we look out, we're looking, just a few points away from us, rather than worrying. Jesus.
Well, hopefully the WSL has given us something to predict anyway, because Chelsea are 4-0 up against Spurs this afternoon. So it's a lovely little sign to start, isn't it? Coming up on the fifth stand for us, then you can get all the post-match reaction from today and see highlights of the match a little bit later on. A few days rest, and then we're off again. Wednesday, you can see Thomas Tuchel's pre-match press conference in full, and then this one needs no introduction. Jose awaits across London as we face Tottenham Hotspur in the Premier League. Make sure you join us for this one, 6:50 on Thursday. Staying in Friday, of course, good work, because we'll bring you PL2 action. It's going to be a decent one, 7 p.m, as our table toppers take on Arsenal. So 3 points in the bag, another clean sheet, assured Chelsea performance. Thomas Tuchel meets the neighbours this week. Short trip across the capital for a little visit to Jose Mourinho's neck of the woods. That'll be a quiet one then. Make sure you join us for it and enjoy the rest of your weekend.